Well, hello, good morning. This is Miss Millie, and this is Jason.
Hi, Miss Millie.
How are you, Jason, this
I'm doing
morning?
well, thank you.
We are welcoming our audience to our sit down talk. We
Called
call.
Revelations of a Baby Boomer.
Oh, great! What about revelations from a baby?
Revelations from a Baby Boomer. I like that better.
That's better,
Yeah.
yes. And why do we say from a baby boomer, Jason?
Well, this is a show about teaching others how important mentoring is, about how learning from another person can help expand your horizons to new heights.
Right. And from a baby boomer, meaning Miss Millie is a baby boomer and Jason is a mentee.
Yes.
So I'm mentoring him. He asked me to be his mentor this year. I have been Jason's mentor actually since 2008 because he's one of my new writers in action.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
and
proud
we,
to be.
we have such great news and great things that we're going to be bringing to you. We're going to have a kind of candid talk today. Jason is coming out with his book this year, and so am I. And we're excited because we're getting a chance to review each other's work. And my book is called The Day We Left. And Jason?
Symphony of the Heart.
Wow. And Jason, tell them a little bit about the beginning of your work.
Wow. Well, essentially, the reader is introduced to a new concept of having two narrators in one book. They're essentially both coming from the same person, me, but they're actually two different characters. So the first part of the book shows a letter from those characters, a joint letter.
Wow. Now, tell me what made you come up with this idea of becoming a passionate writer?
Well, being a passionate writer is a means of expression for me. It's my way of sharing my heart and my spirit with the world around me.
Have you always wanted to write?
Honestly, when I was younger, I didn't think it would be writing. But I didn't know what it would be.
Really?
Yeah, I just knew that I wanted to be a storyteller of some sense. I wanted to color the world and I wanted to be a part of that coloring.
Wow. That's awesome. Now, I think earlier in some of our segments, we talked about how our relationship came about, how you came into my classroom, I would call it classroom, of my sessions. New Writers in Action.
Yes.
You remember any of that?
I remember very clearly, yeah. I sent you actually I emailed you. Your friend and my friend Claudia gave me your email address and told me that there was someone local here in Harford County who was holding groups for writers.
Wow.
And I took that opportunity. I didn't want to let it slip. And I went ahead and sent you an email and you got back to me almost right away.
I'm diligent about that. I love not having a ton of emails, and if it's someone that's really passionate about what I'm doing, I try to get back to them. But
Yeah.
I tell you what made me jump back to you was after reading your email, your words of just introducing yourself was a book. I mean, I don't mean you overwrote. I'm just saying the statement and the way you worded it was just amazing.
Thank you.
Your writing ability is absolutely, I saw it in just an email of let me join your group. I'm very interested in being a writer. I've been writing on something, jotting things down here and there. In your telephone, I think you were doing, texting to yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I was doing, I still take notes in my phone almost every day.
Awesome. That is so awesome. So I was very excited about it. Although you came in the middle of a session where I had been with these ladies and I think a gentleman.
Reggie, yeah.
Actually, when I started with Reggie, Hattie, Davita,
And Patrice.
Patrice, and Cassandra, when I started with them, actually 12 people came to enroll.
Wow.
And that just goes to show you, if you're really passionate about something, you stick to it. Now, some of them I can say left because of good reasons. It just wasn't, the timing wasn't right, and hopefully one day
Yeah.
they'll come back. But it was wonderful to have over 12 people come to a first introduction of new writers in action, and end up with 7 or 8 that stayed with the class, and then end up with 4 actually becoming publishers within
Yeah.
2 years or 3 years of our classes. And I don't know, I guess we call our sessions walking you through a published book. If you really, really are passionate about writing and really, really would like to be a published author, New Writers in Action is the place to come.
I agree. It's a great way to learn more. If you want to find out how to be a real writer, how to be a real, really express yourself through that art, then this is a great way to get started.
Yes, and Jason, I truly feel like it's very, very important that the writer, the passionate writer, still feel like it is them. It's not me or anybody in the class that's changing their thoughts, but what we do is motivate each other to do better. And that's what I like. I like that we bring clippings of our writing and read it to each other, and then we have input from everybody, get in we call it the hot seat.
Yeah, the hot seat.
And discuss that person's piece. And I just think it's so joyful. We enjoy it, and then just to think that after the end of almost a year or 2 years, you look back on all those clippings and you see how you grow. And that's what I really like about that. So we are going to clip here and come back to Revelations from a Baby Boomer with Jason and Millie. And as Jason say, with Miss Millie and Jason, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
We're together, and we'll be together for the next 2 or 3 years before we come out with The Day We Left.
And Symphony of the Heart.
And you're going to enjoy it. And we're coming out in 2014 with our book together during these sessions.
Thank you.